Hi everyone. I just thought to share this, a few thoughts and reflections that I've been having after, watching all this news, which is full of sadness, and that makes us so hopeless and makes us really stop believing in humanity because of uh, the the extent to which things are happening and in such a frequency or such a frequent rate. So my first reflection is that whenever any negative thing happens, we or other people, they try to associate a tag in such a way that the focus of the common masses suddenly shifts towards the tags which is associated with the crime than the crime and the wrong itself. So this is happening again, where in spite of people posting that okay, crime has or evil has no religion or no gender or no tag, but in spite of that, we're all getting carried away by this whole the religious tag or the gender tag. So therefore anything, any wrong is wrong no matter who does it. Or like stop focusing your energy on the fact that there is a tag and this tag is becoming the focus gradually. Secondly, it's so unfortunate that whenever something negative happens, we're always thinking of fighting that particular evil. So the whole energy post, the brainstorming and all the ideas, everything goes into just talking the cause rather than focusing on the solution. And there's this quote that comes to my mind that when something wrong happens or when evil is there, let's not focus our energy on fighting the old, but rather focus on building the new so that the old itself becomes obsolete. And all these evildoers, they win when we start focusing our energy on the wrong in the wrong places. So let's say when we focus too much on tag or that is associated with the crime, or when we start focusing on the cause rather than solving that problem. Also, religion is like a very personal thing, I believe, and something which should be kept internal rather than making it something which is like totally an external thing and a fighting tool. So for me personally, religion is something which helps me spiritually be strong internally, someone to go back to, that is God, when everything else is like shatters me and everything else, that he is the symbol of hope. And when I need that inner strength to deal with the outer world or even with my inner self, that is where I seek refuge, and that is where religion personally comes to me. But I do not see the reason why people should bring it so often into the outer world so much that it becomes a problem for people. And why use it to hurt others? Why use it to justify killing? Why use it for any other wrong? And the solution time. Now let's focus and talk of solutions. So what are the possible solutions? I think the solution lies in making that effort and putting in that time to teach love, peace and unity in our own homes, in our own schools and colleges. Let us stop all that violence, all that corruption, all that discrimination that exists, in our own homes and schools and colleges. So once we start working in these spaces, there's this quotation by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who used to say that, for change, the father, mother and the teacher need to work together. So this is these are the places, the homes, the schools and the colleges where the change can, happen and begin. And the competition from media is so much in terms of the cartoons, in terms of the movies, in terms of the serials, and this industry is getting so powerful that the wrong messages that are being sent out are competing with us as parents, as teachers, as educators, as concerned citizens of this world and of this country more particularly. So we have to be those role models. We have to be so powerful and strong in our own strategies, the way we deal with this problem, that we give them a tough competition, that we become role models and kids will copy us and not them. Also, the language that we use in our daily lives. Think about this. When you are in your own interaction, small or big, how often do we use language that breaks down humanity, that splits people, that breaks hearts, and that is full of this hatred. And let's think about the food. So example, I'm a Gujarati, and brought up in Bengal. So a lot of times I hear people say something about either Gujaratis or Bengalis, and it is very very hurtful to me. Same thing, sometimes somebody else brings it up about another culture which is not mine, and I say, why do you have to bring it up? There's often this fight that, I just get involved in, as in I speak up and I say that, no, this is not right. Why are you bringing in another culture and religion and putting it down? Everybody is not the same. And also about the kind of worship. So at times, parents and adults, we say that, okay, beta ye nahi karo, beta wo nahi karo, या किसी को ठीक है आप नहीं करो, आपको जो चीज़ प्रैक्टिस आपके अलाइन नहीं है आपके वैल्यूज़ के साथ नहीं करो, बट एटलीस्ट डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं करो किसी दूसरे रिलीजन को, किसी दूसरे बिलीफ को. रिस्पेक्ट एवरीबडी, रिस्पेक्ट एवरी रिलीजन, एवरी जेंडर, इवन इफ यू डोंट, एवरी पर्सन इन फैक्ट, इवन इफ पीपल you don't agree with them and what they believe in. I'm reminded, of this quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who said that, for great men, religion is a way of making friends, and for small people, it is a way, it is a means of, a fighting tool, basically. So I actually realized this, the truth of this statement, and I really look up to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam because of the vision that he had, because of the kind of thoughts he had, and that he, especially for the youth and for this nation. So it is time, let us start thinking, do we want to be great people, or do we want to be, the small people who will just, use religion as a fighting tool? And the personal space, in our own personal spaces. So let's say in the family, in relationships that we have in any place with anyone, the professional space, we have to start looking at, this is the time now that we have to start looking at these places, and start investing in these places in a manner which focuses on building communities, in making the world better, the language we use, the kind of quality, we have to start focusing on quality activities and quality interactions, and let us not make these places of corruption, so that in the bigger picture, when the nation is corrupt, why are we surprised? So let's stop blaming each other, let's stop playing the blame game, let's take responsibility in our own lives, of what we give out, how we think, what we think about, and also the words we speak, the actions we have. It is so important. And also it's a choice that you make. Do you want to be of the great people, or do you want to be of the small people? Remember, the country needs more great people to make India great. If you love your country, you will focus on being great, on making friends, and not in using religion as a tool to fight. And let us stop all this blame game, all this hatred, this enmity, the jealousy, the problems, the conflict we have towards other people. Let us be peaceful beings, and trust me, our attitude shouldn't be one where we say India is corrupt, people are corrupt. Stop playing that blame game. Stop putting your energy on things that make you hopeless. Start thinking, what can I do to make my country great? What can I do to make my world around me great? Once we start taking responsibility in our individual capacities, what can I do to make my home great? What can I do to make my school and college and workplace great, my neighborhood great, my city great? That way the country will be great. And stop thinking about all the people who are, using their negative forces and negative energy to create a world which is, full of disharmony, full of conflict, and full of hatred. Let's, be those people who focus on our intentions, make our intentions great, and work together for a better world, for a great country. And when, we will unite as people with good intentions, with good actions, and with, individual credibility, and then doing that work for others, with others, trust me, this country will be great. That is the, potential that we all have. So stop blaming India, stop blaming the Indian system, stop blaming the Indian people and society. We are society, we are the country, we are everything. And if we start changing ourselves, trust me, one at a time, the country will be great. Thanks a lot for watching this. I would love to know what are you doing in your own capacity, to deal with whatever's happening around us. So yeah, with that I end this video. Thanks.